It's a beautiful day here in Aspen, Colorado, looking up at Buttermilk Kayak, and there's the Aspen Highlands. Just got done watching a little soccer, and time to ride my bike back into town. September 20th, 2014. This is the more open space single track. The family that donated this land back in the probably the 30s or 40s when it wasn't worth anything. The Moore family. Back in the olden days, a lot of these families, they had, like, this was like 80 acres that they weren't using for their cattle or farming. They were paying taxes on it. So they just gave it away so to the county or the city, so they didn't have to pay the taxes on it. Needless to say, 80 acres in downtown Aspen would be worth a lot of money. And we're going to come into another open space called the Merle open space. Same deal. People were really poor here back in the 30s. They didn't want to spend $3 a year on taxes, so they just give the other ones 40 acres. I just love all the open space we have around here. Hello. Oh, ambulance. It's heading back into Aspen, so it is the weekend for Ruggerfest. There's like 40 rugby teams. Talk about a violent sport. It's like football without equipment. They already had, when I was by there earlier, a couple ambulances situated there. Injury is quite common. I don't like sports where people hit you. This is the more open, or the Meralt open space. I think the same thing, 1930. We have a community garden here. Looking pretty good. Had a lot of moisture this year. This is an old ranch right on the outskirts of Aspen. Kind of the first thing you see as you're pulling into town from the west. Old farm equipment just laying around in the 1800s. The old barn. Originally in the 1800s, that building was part of a smelter. They smelted silver, and then silver was demonetized. Aspen went bankrupt, and that was converted to an old barn by the Meralt family. This is the Meralt Bridge. There's still some Meralts here in town. There's a set of twins that are my age, 49. They've climbed up Mount Everest and skied down. They're pretty, in a lot better shape than me. Yeah, twin brothers. Ooh. I think they've been up Everest more than once. Got the ski down. We've had a long stretch of Indian summer. It's been about a week with temperatures in the mid-70s. Beautiful weather. It's supposed to start changing. This is the old Midland Trail. The Midland Railroad went bankrupt in 1918, so they ripped the tracks out. There was two railroads that came into Aspen, and they raced to get here. 1892. A year later, President Cleveland signed the Sherman Act, which made our money backed by gold, not silver, and this town turned into a ghost town. Well, there's a couple hundred people left. The other railroad on the other side of the valley is called the Rio Grande. It actually ran into Aspen until 1969. park here is called the Coke Lumber Park. It was an old sawmill. Now it's volleyball. Oh, little baby. They just passed a law that you don't have to stop at stop signs on bikes anymore. They just kind of legitimized it because everyone ran the stop signs. It's a pretty busy weekend for the off-season with the Rugger Fest, and we have a group called Force or Little. They had Vice President Biden here today being interviewed by Charlie Rose. They were all staying here at St. Regis. So we just came from the base of Buttermilk Mountain back. This is the base of Aspen Mountain, Gondola Plaza. There's a nice looking pit bull. September 20th, 2014.